All right, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Last time, well, we didn't actually do a story mission, but this time we're going to. We're actually starting with it. Oh, our first flan, as I was mentioning in the last episode. Wow! I don't know. Listen to that thing, hell. Maybe the monsters around here really have gone mad. Alright. Now, what is... No charm. That's right. Okay, view. So we have 3 hounds, one of them being a blue boy. An antlion, and a flan. Now, the flan's going to be the biggest problem. Well, he's level 5, so it shouldn't be... Are they all level? Oh. We might be a bit over-leveled for this fight. Normally, this is your introduction to flans, but as you can see, 451 defense! Has Thunder and Thundra. This guy heals off of Thunder. He'll just heal himself if he wants. You have to do what is considered his weakness to really do anything to him, unfortunately. I don't know if it actually tells you or not. Yellowish jelly monster absorbs lightning damage. It tells you that at least. And you just press select to look at that kind of stuff. So, we're gonna do Graham. We're gonna have no. Do I bring Carlos? I mean, I could. Why not? Let's bring Darcy to take care of big boy up there. We'll also have... gosh. You know what? We'll bring Wagner, too. We'll have actually 2 new moves for this fiasco. It's insane. I've gone mad. I've brought 2 new moves to a fight. Alright, let's get this party going. This seems a little bit silly, but this is the best way I can get good accuracy on this guy. If I can keep him up there, we're good. Not that I have too much to worry about because of the level disparity that we're in, but, you know, I think we're gonna be fine. Alright. Airwinder, how much damage? 1. Like I said, you're going to do very low damage to these guys, unless you can actually do something about it. Let's see if I can silence this guy. Nope. I cannot. Now, I believe ice is what we need to use. Yes. There we go. No need to worry about Flan. The thing is, the best case scenario if you have to deal with Flan is to, if you fight them on a day that their element is illegal. So they're either going to get sent... They will avoid, typically, getting sent to jail, so it's mostly just you having to deal with them using either their basic attack or an ability that they'll frequently have later on. So it's just kind of like pick your poison on that. Dagummit. I was hoping that would have hit. That is very unfortunate. Can I? Yes. Fantastic. You're gonna do the sandstorm. That's what I was trying to avoid having to deal with. And I'm gonna be blinded. Actually not. I'm shocked. That thing typically blinds you. Why not? Well, there we go. We got rid of one of the wolves. That is fantastic. Necrozim? Is that okay? That's a name. And we're just going to continue using spirit magic on you. Because get hit with giant boulder. Kind of. I forget. I know that, and I will say this, one thing I really do like with the second game is they updated the visual effects of the attacks. I really like it in Tactics Advance 2 for that. That one and War of the Lions is definitely, and that was it. That was the I know they re-released the game, but they just called it Final Fantasy Tactics. Man, if I do play that game, I'm probably gonna do War of the Lions, because they actually have extra content in that version of the game rather than the one that was put out on Steam. Kind of wish that they... I will say though, if someone does make a mod of that and actually puts the content from that game, from War of the Lions in it, then I would play the Steam version with that mod, but I haven't bothered grabbing the I hate to call it that, but the inferior version of the game. But I'd have to figure out how to do PSP capture. So, what could make a monster go crazy? I don't know, Marsh. Let's figure this out. Not really, but you know. We're going to talk about it at least. Do monsters go mad like this often? Kupo, we get jobs like this every once in a while. Really? I wonder what causes it. There's a number of theories, Kupo. I, for one, believe the crystal theory. Crystal? They say that the palace made these magical... oh my goodness. They say the palace made these magical crystals, Kupo. Their magic is so strong that it affects the animals. So you think a crystal is nearby? I don't know, Kupo. It might just be a rumor after all. How could you make anything in a wrinkle in space? A wrinkle in space. Huh. Interesting. Foreshadowing, maybe? I don't know. Alright, we got some mastering going on. Nice. Skill up. Are we getting a 5 and... Nope. Our combat did not get a 5. A Yuli River. Alright. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to remember. I think for the item I want to get, I need to avoid this area for some of the stuff. So we're going to actually go here. Let's do a treasure hunt. Ice shield, okay. I'm actually gonna somewhat avoid the guys in. Okay, well, we got a bunch of clan members wanting to do things. All right, what are we gonna get out of this one? Iron armor, okay, not bad. Yeah, of course, of course. Which one is this? Dip? Oh, the daggum, not dip again. Who? No rapiers. Okay, so one of the... Oh no, it was the other clan. My bad. I was gonna say, oh yeah, one of their clan members is literally useless, but that is not the case. Alright. Blitz. Backdraft. Wild Swing. Which ones do I have? Air Render, Rush, and Backdraft. I could do Blitz. I think I'll do Blitz first. Alright. I kind of want to just get this over with. Alright, Montablock. Are you finally... Okay, you're good. You're good. We're going to switch you back to Black Mage, sir. You now have a lot of defense thanks to... Oh, I do actually have Fire. How about it? We'll wear the Blaze Robe. We'll wear a Circlet. We will... We'll do Main, and we'll do Shield Bearer. We'll have... Charge. We'll see how that works. And we'll have an Ice Shield. Because this says half fire, absorb ice, but this says absorb fire. So, 2 elements I'll be able to just absorb doing that. And we'll have the spiked boots for increased jump. Because why not? Alright. Gibby Bert. You are close to getting drop weapon, so why not? Graham. We want you. Sammy, yeah, you can come along, and we're gonna get Carlos in on this. We need someone to provide heals, and Carlos will be that person. I don't know why I'm trying to sound Russian. Anyway, let's get moving. Alright. Yeah, it's a decent amount of damage. That's the thing, though. The one thing I actually will say I do like is because these opposing clan members are leveling up even though their skills don't, you are still getting good experience or decent enough experience to where when you do have to deal with issues of leveling up, it's not that bad because you're able to still get good experience from the fights. It's just a nice touch, honestly. To where... And again, I do genuinely mean this. I like the way... I like the level up system better in this game, but I like the AP distribution in the second game. Because it's... If you could have both, you know? The best of both worlds. Because I don't mind having characters only level up if they join a fight. That makes sense. The AP mastery going to everybody, while I understand that it's not how it works here, it makes... I'd like it better, so you're not having to constantly go back and forth on everything. But it is a way to keep your characters rotated, as it were. Let's see. 34 damage is not a lot, but what about Aaron? 43, that's not bad at all. And unfortunately, our ninja didn't go before our paladin. Well, he did, but he didn't go again before the paladin, I should say. Hold on. I know I looked at it before. Rapiers. Okay. I'm in the clear. Dadgummit. There's those moments I will have where I'm like, wait a minute. And it's genuinely because I've had so many times where I've gotten red carded because I can't remember. We've had it happen in this series. Oh, man. I check so many times in this game compared to Tactics Advance 2, because that one always it has two screens, so you never have to worry about, okay, well, what is it? You just look at the top screen. This game, you don't have that luxury. You have to go into a menu to find it. And the consequences of you not being able to not following the law is way worse in this game than sorry, I think I hit my mic. But jeez, they're so much worse in this game than they are in the other one. All right. That's fine, honestly. The question is there's going to be a problem? I don't... Maybe. Is this gonna... Yeah, this should. I would have been shocked if that missed, but then again, it was 90%. I will say, the two games that just maybe never trust anything below 100% when it comes to accuracy is this game and Fire Emblem. Because golly, it's like, oh, but it's like a majority of a chance that it'll work, right? No. If it is not 100% chance to hit, it is closer to 10% chance of actually hitting. Oh, man. Fire Emblem is probably the worst offender of that, because I don't know. It's weird because when I first started playing Fire Emblem, that was not the case at all. And then as I started playing more and more Fire Emblem, after this little small incident I had when playing, and this was privately playing, before I even started doing YouTube, so it was way long ago. I had a moment where I was playing Sacred Stones, and Are you getting knocked out? Probably. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. In Sacred Stones, I was in the Tower of Valony, and I was like, okay, well, we're going to go up this tower, and this was after the campaign's over, when it's in the creature campaign, like the post-game stuff. And I was using Joshua as an assassin in it. I was like, oh, he always dodges everything, nothing ever hits him, it'll be fine. So I used the teleport staff to send him all the way to the top chest, because there was only one chest in there. And I was just gonna dip after I killed the boss, because it's like, why not? I opened the chest, fine, and had a Gorgon the next turn, stone him with a 1% chance of hitting, and then a Cyclops that was up there just walked up to him and crit him. I was so mad. And the crit killed him too, so it was just like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. And suffice to say, if you don't know how long it takes to get up there, I lost multiple hours worth of progress. It was rough. Yeah, you can't hit the broadside of a barn, dude. Oh, boy. I will say, though, if you have stuff like Blitz or Take Aim, it doesn't 100% really. It doesn't 100% remove the effects of blindness, but it does do a lot to fix the problem. So I think you go to maybe like 75% chance to hit. Why did you put his body up there? Bro, I don't know why you do that sometimes. You're so weird. Man, the judge in this game is a bit wacky with where he places the leftover well, not leftover, but the unconscious people. Alright, we're gonna move Mons Block here. Trying to see if I can... Okay, you're doing Never Miss. Yes! Having jump! Dude. Having a lot of jump is so broken in this game. And there's some points of the game where it's like, I can't traverse this at all because my jump is so bad. That's why a lot of the classes will have 2 jump. One jump is like these little small steps that are in front of everyone here. But this right here, I think, yeah, this is, as you can see, a 1, but this is a 4 jump. It's so useful to have high jump like that. The only class that has the class that has the best jump is a Dragoon, clearly. And if you can get, well, I have the boots on him, but if you give the Dragoon the boots for it, 100%, they can just, I think they have like 6 jump at that point. They're insane. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just hopping around. Be able to jump up all over the place. Now, there is a pair of boots that essentially give you infinite jump, but I won't say anything about that until we actually get them. Because I think you only get, like, maybe 2 pair, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. There might be an infinite amount, and you just have to be lucky enough to get it. But, for the most part. I got the demon bell, jeez. I'm not trying to summon demons, bro. Alright. Graham, you have finally mastered the counter, and you are good on chakra. You were good on chakra for a bit, though. Alright, so we are changing your job. I could go back to Templar because I do have a weapon for it. However, I am actually going to be switching him to Warrior for a little bit because I do want to try to get to the... Well, if I can get him to learn combo, that would be fantastic because he'd be fantastic for comboing. But... let's give him shield. Let's give him armor. Let's give him helmet. And we'll give him spike boots. So he can have 3 jump. And now he has shield bearer now. He's getting there. Who was it? It wasn't Gilbert, was it? Oh, it was Gilbert. Yes. Gilbert, you mastered the thing. Defense drop weapon, parlay, subdue. That's the other one. Yeah, you don't have subdue. Alright, we're going to put on the fortune ring on you, my good sir. I think we're good. Maybe. Possibly, maybe. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. The Rondell dagger is actually really good because you can actually start stealing armor. The card, oh dude, yeah, the card. I can steal the helms. I can steal experience. This right here, if you decide to wait long enough to do it, for the fight with the paladin and the black mage, I had to do with one of the not the it's Clan Borzi, that's what it was. I was trying to remember the clan name. If you get the Rondell dagger and don't really need the card, you could get it if you wanted, and teach your thief steel armor and steel helm. You could take the armor off of Borzi, or whatever is it, Raven is his name, and take the robe off of the black mage, so their strategies don't work anymore and you can just do a ton of damage. Also, you get really good late game armor pretty early. That's an idea if you want to actually go for that. I didn't think about it till now, though. So, if you're following along, kind of late for that, but there is that. We are going to get ourselves a power sash. Do I go for the judo uniform? I might. Maybe not. And not yet. I do need to go through and get the appropriate items for other things. But we do now have a power sash, so we can in turn teach people return fire. Alright, so with that being said, we are going to go to party. Go to Douglas and give him the sash. Now, return... I'll actually show the difference. Catches thrown item and places it in stock. So, if you have to ever deal with another juggler, this is a okay-ish way to go about it. However, it doesn't prevent all the other stunts like hurl, dagger, gill toss. Well, hurl it actually works with, but dagger, gill toss, it doesn't work with. But with this, you hurl a stocked item to deal damage. If you deal with jugglers that do this, use catch, you'll get free items. It's actually kind of nice. Return fire. Catches an arrow shot at you and shoot it back. It's a good way to kind of keep archers in check, and even snipers, and some assassins as well. Assassins is kind of half and half, depending on what type of assassin you're dealing with. But yeah, it's a good way of keeping them in line. No, don't do that. Jang, what do you... Oh yeah, you doing that. Alright. I don't really care about Nubs Woodman. Alright, pub. Do we have... Crazy monsters! The cause of the craze. Reports of crazy monsters have been increasing all over Ivalice. While the cause is unknown, experts believe it has something to do with the crystals. The crystals, pure magic in solid form, are supposed to be somewhere in this kingdom. Rumors say that the palace made the crystals. Rumors the palace firmly denies. Alright, negotiate. Engage or negotiate. Clan competition is fierce and engaging is the order of the day, but try negotiating with a friendlier clan to avoid needless engagements. I think there's a... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we unlocked a lot. Girl in love. I actually do have a white mage, but I don't have the white thread. Oh, Melise. Oh, there's the white thread. Okay. Know you, Melise of the Kifus acting troupe? I'm her biggest fan. Won't you give her this song I've written her? Valerio, the composer. Alright, well, we can do that. Wagner, you can go deliver it. I'm sure she'd love it. She wouldn't think it's from you, right? Maybe. I don't know. Down to Earth. Let's see what we get. Crystal and a Kotetsu. Okay. I have the incredible power to make things float just by looking at them. Problem is, I can't make them stop floating. Help! Talkov, the psychic. Alright, well, I don't know. Let's see. She's actually level 10. That's crazy. Let's have Douglas take this on. Why not? 5 days? Alright. Honestly, I have half a mind. Because the way I've been doing it, I've been trying to do it the same way I was doing Tactics Advanced 2. I might have to change up how I do this a little bit. Just have it, like, once I leave, I have it all show up rather than show up every time I buy it, because that's been a pain to make. A challenge! Yo, Clan X Guild! Or Cross Guild! You're quite popular lately. You still got time if you want to join us at Clan Bayham. Oh, else? Oh my goodness. Kaiser Knuckles, negotiation level 4. Well, we got negotiate 4. But, I actually forgot that was actually the thing for that. Lutetia Pass. We can do that too. The Lost Ring. Okay. I dropped my ring in the Yuli River. It was a gift from my beau. Please find this before he finds out I lost it. Clear. The Ice Cream Man's Girl. Oh, okay. Goblin Town. A goblin stole my favorite monster guide and buried it under a rock. I'll give you a copy if you get mine back for me. Ian, Inquisitive Youth. The Monster Guide. That's actually really good. So what we'll do, we'll send Diesel to help out with that. One battle, all right. That's the white thread. Okay. Clan roundup. Bandit attack. Bandit clans are stealing work and attacking without warning. They're giving us clans a bad name. Help us round them up. The clan center. Lava spear. Okay. Alright. Newbie hall. Need part-time teachers. Help apprentices and a wide variety of jobs to learn tricks of your trade. Oaks. Newbie hall chief. The onion sword. Okay. I do not have combat 5. Dadgummit. Alright, so we'll do this. How many? Okay, we got... Okay, I can send 3 other people out before I don't have a full team. We'll send Carlos out for this one. I opened a shop in Lutetia Pass, but not a single customer has come out yet. I think I need to advertise. Could you help pass out flyers? Bent's Tool Shop. Alright. Dude. The whole thing's gonna look wacky at this point. Alright, we're gonna do a challenge. I thought I had negotiate 4. I guess I don't. We'll do clown roundup then. All right. And does this have a time period on it? It doesn't look like it. 15 days. Okay. We won't actually pick that up yet. Oh, yeah, that's right. I actually forgot about this. Any quest-related enemy that is tied to a quest will be looking like an ally soldier rather than the enemy soldier. Like, this is Clan Rangers, which actually we haven't run into yet. But these guys thankfully have infinite time. We don't have to specifically worry about them. We'll see what Clan Rangers is about, and then we'll head after the other guys. Oh no, wait a minute. We have dealt with Rangers. I saw the team and I'm like, wait a minute. Whoops. Alright. It's fine. Montablock, you can be over here, actually. Gilbert. We'll have you. Graham. Clementina. Sammy. And we'll have... Oh, yeah. Did I not? No, I did not give you a new one. Let's give you the... Florette. So I can have a extra person to... Oh, never mind. Sorry. We'll bring Darcy. Because I do need someone to heal. Alright. So, as long as I don't silence, we're good. Okay. Looking at the time, we should have enough time for this and the quest, so... We should be good. Alright, Darcy. Just... Okay, that was a little bit weird lag, but alright. It's just like, it paused in the middle of the animation of her throwing the rapier back. Should be fine. Yeah, 80% chance of hitting. Yeah. Thankfully, she was so practically begging to get hit. Dagummit. Earth heal. This is what I'm having her learn. Darcy, anyway. It's a better... It is a single target, but it's a way better version of Cure, honestly. Because Cure does maybe around 30. Oh, 27. Yeah, that's nothing. But if I air render you, I do 49. Why not? Oh, it actually did 52. Nice. Rooster. Why do I not... Is your name changing? It could be. I don't know. Who is it at 0% of affecting? I don't know. Marsh, Gilbert, and Monteblanc. It's probably him. Because cross ring, right? Yep. Well, not cross ring. Fortune ring, dude. Fortune ring, bruh. Alright. Okay, so we got the possibility of backdraft. Yeah, we're gonna do backdraft. That is really good damage. That is the thing, though. Like, you don't want to actually have... If you can help it. Backdraft is really good, but don't put yourself in a bad position to do it. Also, don't do it if fire is illegal, because somehow that's a fire move. That's the one thing about this game. The random things that are considered fire or... whatever element. It's like, what? Suffice to say, they kind of do that in the second game, too, where air render is a wind move, which I get it, but it's like, come on. It was non-elemental before. It's a thing, I guess. But I'm trying to remember. And I am blanking on it. I know War of the Lions didn't do the whole thing with the laws, but I'm trying to remember if there was like a special mechanic in place of it or not. I don't think there was. I know what they did differently as far as what happens after someone gets knocked out. That is different. Let's do Feather Blow, because this is my version of Take Aim. And the mechanic that they did in that game was once someone is knocked out, you only have a certain amount of turns to raise them. And, well, 3 of their turns. So they still had their turn order go by, and each time their turn went and they weren't raised, the counter went down by 1, and if it hit 0, they turned into a crystal. They ended up being permanently dead. They were turned into a crystal, and if you got to that crystal, you could take an item, you could learn one of their abilities. It was kind of crazy. But it also works with your opponents as well. So if you want to farm abilities that are either very difficult to go master because you actually had to buy those. I think you had to buy them. It's been a while since I played War of the Lions. I didn't dislike it. It was just really weird on how they did some of their stuff. But it was nice that you could just pick the best weapon for them, and you didn't have to worry about using low-level items just to get the abilities that you wanted them to have. That I do appreciate. Not subdue. No, it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, so subdue... I kind of have mixed feelings about subdue. I'm gonna be honest. The way subdue works, it only kind of really is helpful with one specific class. Or technically two. But it's whatever, for the most part. I don't know what else to say about it. Alright. Let's get some heals going. No, I didn't get it, but I did damage them, which was good. But, yeah, it's wild that there's... hold on. Let's hit the archer, because I don't want her running off. That sounds so bad. Oh my gosh. That sounds so bad. I don't want the archer getting just out of hand and running around. But none of that is helping. Oh my gosh. Block arrows, so that's not going to work. Bestow Toxo. How's that going to work? Kind of not really. Of course, they had to set up in the most precarious ways possible. Yeah, that's the best way to really do it at this point. And Bianca's gonna actually heal the guy. Dadgummit. Of course. Of course. I shouldn't be surprised, really. Okay, so... gonna use Monk Tech. And I'm going to just absolutely... make sure that the archer's not going to be causing problems anymore. Dadgummit. I was hoping that would work. That did not. How unfortunate. Debating whether or not I should actually make Marsh into a thief just to get counter. Because if I'm going to make him a physical attacker in this playthrough, I probably should look at doing that. Because I've had him do the archer build. Kind of like like be an archer for the most part. Move, please. There we go. Air under. There we go. Got rid of the rooster, man. That's, you know, none of this is okay. And we're just all... Oh, daggum it. Alright, I need to make sure I can get rid of this archer, because she's gonna be a problem. There we go. He's gonna continue probably missing the fire on himself, but, you know, it's fine. It's fine! Earth Heal. It does cost more. That's the other... That is the one thing about Earth Heal. It costs a lot more than it just Cure does. But I will say, it is very useful to have a single target heal than having it target multiple. So... It's kind of like just pick your poison at that point. Nice! Oh my goodness, that crit. That crit got it. Because she had 42 HP, the 28, and then the 16. Clementina for the win! Alright. We got it. Oh, the Kraken, I think. Goblin Town. Fantastic. No combat, level 5? That's a shame. Hans, do you have anything? I don't see anything. And Hans, I am not going to be kidding. I don't really care. That's a decent amount of physical attack. But for new moves, that is absolutely atrocious. No. Sounds so mean. Alright. Carlos mastered Shell. Fantastic. Alright. Who's the... another Numu! You know, it's just... No. No. I don't care you're crying. There we go. Leave me 3,000 gil and I'll give you a break. Nope. You can pay up and it'll just end the quest without completing it. You have to fight to actually do Clown Roundup. Clown Roundup? I mean, they're pretty much clowns. Alright, what do we got for our no fight? Dadgummit. I mean, actually, that kind of does help us out a little bit. Protects us from the soldier and the thief and the archer. Well, I'd have to take a better look at the archer, but... view. What do you have? Cheryl. Cheryl? Boost aim legs, aim arm. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna need we're gonna need several people here. So I'm gonna bring Gilbert for nurse, but I'm also going to bring the one person that I don't have. Alright, we'll bring Carlos, and we're going to go to Carlos to switch his item to the Esuna staff, so he can cast Esuna, because we're going to need it. You don't have the ability to change. Oh, I can. Nice. I am going to keep him for Esuna because I'm going to need it. But, good. We actually do have access to the stage now. Thank goodness. Alright, so. Because sages are overpowered. We're going to have Clementina. We're going to have the wonderful man known as Graham. He is going to be a menace. We're also going to bring Monteplac. Alright, I think that's it. And I gotta remember, no fight. This is gonna be a bit of a thing. We might spare your lives if you hand over your gil. You won't get our gil or our lives, thief. Oh, well, I guess that's one way to look at it. Alright, let's ready up. Clementina, we would like you to take care of little Moogle man over there. You see the little Moogle man over there? Yes, he has only 60 HP. Let us do some damage. There is no crit, but unfortunately. But that's the best thing about it, is I can just double. Immobilize, well, that's just the right shame. You missed. How unfortunate. Chaucer. Is that how you say his name? Chaucer? I don't know. It's something like that. Not important enough for me to remember. Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I need to do a thing. Okay, we're going to do Whirlwind. I tell you, I almost hit that. I almost did that. And I would have gotten a red card for that, too. Dadgummit. Glad I remembered. Alright, Marsh. Let's have you try to take care of, lady over here. Almost all of her HP. Oh my gosh. There we go. Got the two most annoying enemies for this fight. The fact that fight is illegal is actually kind of nice. So the soldier is completely out of commission for the most part. The thief is pretty much out of commission, and so is the white mage. They're not going to be able to actually take us out as far as damage goes. Well, after the black mage went down, they had nothing as far as doing damage. So at that point, it was pretty much good to go. The only thing I was worried about is getting immobilized and getting disarmed, because that would hit with disable, because that would have actually been annoying to deal with, more so than having to deal with the... Okay. I didn't think so, but I was like, is it really? Am I just blind? Alright, well, we got a good bit of damage on that. Nice. And they are level 8, so they're close to our level, but not quite. Wait. Oh, you do... Okay, so you do actually have an ability to damage. Okay. So the greased bolt that he did, and it said nullify our ability, essentially it just allows him to attack without repercussions of... if I had counter or reflex, it would just nullify that. Also, it nullifies last haste too, so if he did put me in that position, it would prevent me from doing anything. So there was some... he could actually win if the shooter... not the shooter, the soldier kept going. John, hey here. Sorry, John. You got shot by a sniper in the back. That's very unfortunate. Jeez. Oh, you were gonna break the law. Oh my gosh, you broke the law. Is he going to do it again? That is the question. I kind of want to see that happen. Because they actually can get sent to... Well, actually, I take that back. I think the ones with the badge are immune to getting sent to jail, unfortunately. I'd have to... I guess we'll see. But... it's only 2 yellow cards, and then you get a red one. So, we'll see whether or not that theory of mine holds true after all this time. Of whether or not he will get sent to jail. I don't think that reaches. That definitely does not reach. No, it doesn't. Oh, dude, that does so much damage. I know at later points you can, if you're actually careful about it, you can have Air Render do like 90 plus damage, which is insane. Hey, you pretty much have to have them solely in jobs that give them attack. Well, weapon attack. Alright. Come on. Let me get a hit on this guy. Well, I got the poise. Fantastic. Shouldn't have any problems, really, at this point. We should be all good to go. I wonder if I should actually invest in Kira. On one hand, it's like, yeah, I probably should. But I also want a Sage. It's kind of a mix of both, honestly. Alright, what are you doing? Oh, you just gonna go attack again. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. Yeah, they're just immune. Alright. That's a right shame. I mean, I get it, because they need a way for the bosses to still be able to fight. Especially if you try to go into, like, the final boss, like, some of the big story bosses, and it's like, well, they can't be sent to jail. And they just have that kind of an out for themselves, where you have to follow it. Oh yeah, that's right. If they have, like, dialogue at the end, they can't get sent to jail. Arrgh! You got me! What are you, a pirate? I mean, I guess you might have been. We won! We drove out the bandits! More like we knocked them out, dude. But, hey, it's whatever. Neither here nor there. Alright. Got the Flame Tongue and the Lava Spear. Oh, we got a Blood Sword. And we got the Combat of 5, finally. Clan Shallow. Must be their feelings. Gee, I don't know what's going on with me today. Alright. Let's look. I want to do Airblade. Because there's Air Render, Air Blast, and then there's Farfist. We're already at time anyway, so I'm going to try to do some quick Shalpin. This is Confuse Shots. Could go Druid Maze. Burial. Oh, yeah. Eventually, I probably want to grab that. Yeah. We have a little bit of time, I think, before we start facing those enemies. But I do need to get Burial at some point. kind of want to get Farfest. I'm gonna grab it. Alright. Pub. Missions. Where? Oh, where? Huh. I didn't know you could do this again. But it does tell you if you actually cleared it, which is nice. That's right. Newbie Hall. I can actually do this. Let's sing Gilbert out. 10 days. We can actually easily take care of that. One more day. And 11 more days. Okay. It's only days. Any rumors? Okay. Well, we'll quickly do this before we actually call it for the day. Okay. Nice. Norma. Just checking. Does not look like it. Sorry. I'm basically gonna be very cutthroat about it. Because because the thing is at some point you have to be. Because it's like, why try to start from scratch for all these new people? It takes so much time and effort to go through it all. Oh, wow. Oh, we got a white robe. Okay. Nice. Nolene. And Nolene has no skills. Alright. That's a good bit of magic power, actually, but sorry. And that's the other thing. It's one of the reasons why, at least for this game, that I don't like hiring a bunch of people. It's just because it's like, hey, no offense, you just don't have what I need. Alright, Carlos, you're taking a bit of time for that. So we're going to switch your hempen robe to the white robe, because it teaches Turbo MP. What does Turbo MP do? It doubles MP usage, but it says for better damage and hit rate. So for any of the skills, like Cure's going to cost twice as much, but it's going to heal way more. The Black Magic is going to cost twice as much, but it's also going to do more damage. You only really want to use this on high MP characters. People are basically made to be mages. Carlos didn't come as a mage. He came as a Beastmaster, so his magic power is kind of low. So it is going to be helpful, but his MP is not going to be isn't nearly as high as something like Wagner. So it'll be a little bit of a drain, but I think we'll be fine. I'll probably go back to Darcy and give it to... Well, I could give it to her. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to keep it on Carlos for now and see what happens. But I am going to try to more or less go about fighting different clans and whatnot and try to do some leveling up off screen. I think at this point is going to be a decent time to do that. Gonna purchase weapons to hopefully win the day. Well, I say purchase weapons to win the day. Purchase weapons to make our clan stronger, learn better things, and then we can win the day because of that. But I digress. that is neither here nor there. I hope you all have had a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next one. You take care. Later.